The next step is to outline your fish with a nice thick Sharpie. The only thing you're not outlining is what? There's one thing we are leaving alone for later. What is that one thing? The eye. Don't trace the eye. The eye is for later. Doesn't take long. I do want to get rid of all the other pencil lines on my paper. If you're comfortable and you're like, yeah, I don't really need the eye there, you can also erase that too. If you really need it because it's too confusing without an eye on your fish, you can leave it there. Each space on your fish, you're making a different color. Because folk art is very, very colorful, you may choose whichever colors you want. I wouldn't recommend white because it's white paper. Other than that, whatever color. Some of them are metallic and they have little sparkles, shiny side. When I turn this cap up, or turn the stick up, turning it just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. And I don't think I want the body this dark. Maybe I'll make the fin metallic green. Now, if you go flat, it's really wide, like a glue stick. But let's say you need to get to those edges. Turn it up again just a little bit. But instead of putting it flat, I'm going to angle it to the side, so only this little tip is going to be touching the paper. So I'll get a nice thin line. And I can go all the way to the edge of the shape. Also, when you use the edge, it makes it smoother. It's not patchy when you're coloring with it. You may have to press a little bit when you're coloring. If you go too light, you'll see all those white patches of paper. If you use the whole stick, you'll still get white patches of paper. So sometimes you need to take the stick and angle it to the side. And you can see just by rubbing back and forth, it gets rid of those white patches. You don't want any white, you want it to be solid. So it looks much more like paint. Again, I'm using the edges, going slowly working my way up to that black line. When you're finished, please don't forget to turn your stick down and put the cap on until you hear it snap. If it doesn't snap, it could dry out. The next time you try and use it, it won't work. Now, let's say you realize, wow, this is a huge body and it's one whole color. I'm not sure I like that. I kind of want it to be maybe striped or something. You can go back, probably use a pencil first, and maybe add a couple lines. So there's one for the head, one for the body. You want to go even further than that and say, I kind of want a stripe somewhere. You could even make it a wavy stripe. Now I have 3 colors more. Again, if I'm coloring and I'm not taking my time, that's what it's going to look like. It doesn't mean it's dry. It means you're not coloring firmly enough. You can use circle motions, press a little bit harder, use the edge, angle it to the side, and rub. Might have to turn it up a little bit. But color back and forth. Alright, so if you're not sure what happens when a cap is not put on properly, where you open your stick up and you see this, where it's a lot smaller than the stick itself because it's hard and dry. This one, the cap didn't close, so it's dry. Also, if you see the end of the stick like that and it's falling out, it just means it's empty. Like a glue stick, it just gets empty like anything else. Let me know. Don't throw anything away without me checking it, and I will get you a new color. I realized I said before not to use white because we have white paper. But let's say you want to make a clownfish or something that does have a white stripe. Please use the white paint stick to color that section in. We are painting on top of it, so it does need like a base coat. This is the bottom layer. So if a space is going to be white on purpose, you still need to take the paint stick and color the section white. Even though this paint dries super fast, because we painted so much of it, we will need to put them on the drying rack so nothing gets on our portfolios.